One of the challenges of writing the novels in the Age of the Kingdom series is the timeline. How old was David when he killed Goliath? How long had Saul been king on that eventful day? And the question I want to look at in this episode, how long did Saul reign altogether? The Old Testament really doesn't tell us that. The chronology of the Old Testament events is not always easy to establish. A simple Google search will find conflicting timelines. I found one that had Saul's reign beginning in 1100 BC and another just as certain that the date should be 1050 BC, 50 years later. Why are they so different? Well, in ancient times, there was no universal calendar. Each culture calculated dates in relation to the death of kings or some great calamity, so they were relative rather than being tied to an objective absolute. 1 Samuel 13:1 appears helpful at first. Here is the New International Version. Saul was 30 years old when he became king, and he reigned over Israel 42 years. That seems very straightforward, but what's with the brackets? The NIV I'm using has an extensive marginal note on the two sets of brackets, and for good reason. Now let's compare the King James Version for 1 Samuel 13:1. Saul reigned 1 year, and when he had reigned 2 years over Israel. What? Why are they so different? The two translations seem to say completely different things. That's because the translators in both cases were trying to solve a problem in the original Hebrew of 1 Samuel 13:1. It may be that the ancient scroll was damaged and some words were missing. It turns out that the original Hebrew actually has no numbers at all, except for 2. The NIV and KJV arrived at very different solutions and very different meanings.